Hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion, and today we have the first campaign in our inbox for the Dominion, for the daily. Yes, the campaign feature is a new feature which came yesterday, and campaigns are certain paths that we can now take through the expansions and also through a mixed campaign where we get to uh, play specialized kingdoms with extra powerful and interesting effects. And these effects for this game today are good harvests having the so-called stamp, also respect. And there's a twist included called delayed joy. Now, what do these do? As I think we can right-click them here, maybe. Yeah, we can we can click on them here. Also, respect is a stamp that is attached to this prophecy, and this means that as soon as this prophecy occurs, so when the 5 suns are gone, we get victory points equal to our current victory points. So if we get to gather loads of victory points up to the point that the prophecy occurs, we double our victory points. Actually, I'm not sure whether this means the victory points or victory tokens. That would be interesting. I also don't know whether I have any way to find out up to the point we play. I would guess it's the amount of victory points. Like if we have 3 victory points at the time, we might get 3 victory chips. But yeah, let's see how this will work. Maybe it's also referring to the chips. And then there's delayed joy. Where here you can look it up here, which means that all boons that we receive can be saved for next turn. The card that will give boons is Fool in this kingdom, and yeah, so each Sunday we're now going to have a kingdom with these campaign features. So now, after discussing these new things, let me pop up the kingdom view and let's go through the kingdom. As always, I'll put a timestamp for just the kingdom analysis later. We do have raze, which can trash a card, and we can then look at cards from the top of our deck. For each amount of money the card that we trashed costs it, and put one of them into our hand. So if we trash an estate, we get to look at 2 cards and put one of them into our hand. If we trash a copper, we don't get to look at any cards. And if we can also trash the raze itself, if it costs 2, then, well, we can also look at 2 cards. Fool is a thing that we, on play, will give us 3 boons, and we may receive them in any order, and it will also give us the Lost in the Woods effect if we don't have it. And the Lost in the Woods effect means that, is it here somewhere? Maybe here? Yeah, here you can see, look at it. And the Lost in the Woods effect means that at the start of our turns we may discard a card to receive a boon. And these 3 boons that we would receive immediately, we only get if we don't have the Lost in the Woods effect before. So it becomes a kind of a dead card afterwards. There's Advisor, revealing the top 3 cards of our deck, and we keep the worst 2 of these 3 cards, so kind of a lab variant with restrictions. There's Bishop, giving us +1 money and plus a victory point, and we get to trash a card from our hand, getting a victory point per 2 it costs. And the bad thing about Bishop is that it also allows other players to trash cards from their hand, so usually it's not super efficient trashing, as you will be the one having to draw the Bishop, play the Bishop, I mean, you get victory points for it, but the trashing will also accelerate your opponents. There's Mapmaker, looking at the top 4 cards of our deck, putting 2 into our hand and discarding the rest. And we can play it, we can react with it, playing it when any player gains a victory card. Plaza, Village, discarding, and we may discard a treasure to get +1 coffers. One of the omens, which gives us sun tokens, is Poet, which is a lab variant, as we draw a card in an action, and if the top card of our deck costs 3 or less, we can also put it into our hand. The other omen would be Tea House, giving +1 card, +1 action, and 2 money, like kind of like a grand market without the plus buy. There is Royal Galley. We may play a non-duration action card from our hand, setting it aside after drawing a card, and then play that card at the beginning of our next turn as well. So this is kind of a village effect for next turn, with super nice reliability. And finally, there's Weaver, which allows us to either gain 2 silvers or function as a workshop, gaining a card costing up to 4. And when we discard this other than during cleanup, so if we somehow get to discard this during our turns, in this case, this could happen due to Mapmaker discarding it, or if we reveal 3 of them, then the AI would discard 1 of them. Then we can play it without using up the action to play it. Yes, what else? After 5 tea houses or poets have been played, Good Harvest will activate. And the first time we play each differently named treasure each turn, we first will get a plus buy and a coin. So coppers will be worth, the first copper will be worth 2 money and a buy. The first silver will be worth 3 money and a buy, and the first gold will be worth 4 money and a buy. So this is a source of plus buy. There's a project which we can acquire for 6, and then until up to the end of the game, once during each of our turns, we may play an action card whenever we gain it. And the last one, at least, is Seaway. Seaway will let us gain a card costing up to 4, and we can then move our plus buy token to this pile. And that means that, for example, if we buy Seaway, gain a poet using it, then whenever we play poet, we will get 1 buy for the play. Super nice and convenient way to get some plus buy into the deck. Alright, I haven't really talked about the boons. Boons are good effects that, 12 good effects that are shuffled, so all of them will occur before one can reappear. And these are all different kinds of things. I'm not going to go into them. They're, nice spoons, but sometimes not super, not super relevant, especially when paired with Fool, which will only allow us to get a boon for discarding a card after we have the Lost in the Woods, if the opponent doesn't go for it. Alright, this brings me to the next part, the kingdom analysis, and this will be tricky as I have never played with these campaign effects, but yeah, let's see. And especially also because I don't really know what the also respect, whether this only applies to victory chips or victory points. As I said, I suspect them to equal to victory points, but yeah. Let's see. I don't think delayed joy will be too much of a factor here, but when we look at this kingdom, we see that everything that we want is there. We have village and plaza and royal galley. We have draw in advisor, poet, also royal galley to some extent. We have mapmaker. There's trashing in raze, also to some extent bishop. There is extra gains in weaver and also fool, but not really. There's plus buy through good harvest when it activates and seaway. And another village is innovation. There are alternate ways to gain victory points via bishop, and the stamp on good harvest. Yes, I'm still getting used to those names, stamps and twists. And yeah, there's good payload through tea house. So the game plan, I think, will be to thin down as quickly as possible. I think I'll just open Weaver and Raze to get and to also fill our deck with cheap action cards that we can pair with Royal Galley. Um, and yeah, on the 5-2, I think I would still just go for Raze and Weaver. Tea House might also be correct. I'm not exactly sure about this. But due to Good Harvest being in the kingdom and Innovation being a strong project and Seaway also a strong event, I expect this kingdom to be very powerful and rather fast. Yeah, let's hope we can be fast enough to beat the AI here. Let me also quickly show you my kingdom plot. As always, the little gimmick that yeah, that reflects what I said about the kingdom. Actually, I think the village aspect about this kingdom should be bumped up a bit through Royal Galley and Plaza being strong villages, and innovation as well. But I think innovation might just be a 1 point village. So yeah, I can get into the details about this in another video maybe. There's no attack card, that's also noticeable, so we really just race against the AI in terms of building fast as possible. Opening wise, I already said raze and weaver on any opening should be solid. You could also argue to just go for poet and raze to cycle through the deck a bit faster. Because if we don't bottom deck both of them, we are more or less guaranteed to go through unless the raze only pairs up with 4 coppers. Yeah, do we want that or do we want the Weaver to already start gaining? I think the Weaver is alright because if we the problem about getting workshops early, workshop types early, usually is that that the money you will get with buying them is rather low. Like hitting 2 or 3 when also having the workshop in hand. But here we can always buy a raise with the Weaver, with the 2 money that we'll have left, and can already start filling our deck with good action cards. So let's go for the Weaver. Also, I forgot to talk about the lucky coin, which is which is an heirloom that we have due to Fool being in the kingdom, and it's basically a copper, but we gain a silver whenever we play it. I don't think we want a silver in this situation. We just want to get through our shuffle as quickly as possible. So it's nice that we see it with our yeah, $3 hand. If we had seen it in the other hand, I think I would have still played it and yeah, just swallowed up the silver. But yes, let's keep getting a few raises, and the Weaver bottom decks in the end. No, actually, both of my opening buys bottom decked. Both the Weaver and the raise are in the bottom of those cards. But yeah, actually, exactly what I talked about. This is, I think the terminus is called a golden sombrero. I'm actually not sure where that comes from. But yeah, I'm buying a poet there to get drawing. We can play the raise, play the weaver, gain a royal galley or even another weaver already. Let's say the royal galley might serve us better. I'm not really sure. We are already substantially behind the AI because of our opening bias bottom decking. Now, the next, also our other race missed the shuffle, also not great. I think I want to be on a path where I can gain loads and loads of cards with our weavers. We played a poet first. Now I think we can trash this lucky coin just to get through as many cards as possible, or we could just trash the estate and pick up another 4-cost card. Let's trash the estate, because if we find the Royal Galley with the raze, that would be kind of annoying. And we, of course, do. I'm still going to pick it up and play it, hoping to find an action card. We did, which is super nice and super important here. And now we, I think, just do eat up another silver. Let's see what the AI has done so far. It has gained a mapmaker, and it also has acquired innovation already, super strong. Has gained a few tea houses and is maintaining a thin deck through getting a few raises. And I'm just now getting an error by scrolling up in the log. So let's hope, so my game crashed right now. Let's hope I can recover it. Now stand by while I'm reloading the game. Let's hope it works and we can rejoin the daily. No, it crashed again. I am going to, so this is, I think, partly due to just the, oh, no, I got this halt message again. This is due to the campaigns being introduced. I think I'm going to pause the video here. I might come back soonish and try to solve the problem first. All right, for you, no time has passed, but for me, I got back into the game, and yeah, I think that the error might have occurred because I scrolled up in a log or something. The with the new campaign stuff added, some of this stuff might still be a little unstable. So the question is, we gained a royal galley with the weaver there. The question is with which card to gain with our buy now. Next turn there's going to be a raze in the shuffle and another weaver, and I think I'd like getting some map makers into the deck to be able to draw through a bit. We could also think about getting a plaza just to get some village effect in. Actually, that might be. We're not likely to hit the 6 for the innovation next turn. Getting a plaza in might be the sensible thing to do. Now we doubled our victory points that we had, not only the tokens as I thought. And the AI has gained, well, two victory points because of that, and I've gained 1. And only afterwards, yeah, I managed to buy a province. Now, I think we're in quite the pickle here, to be honest, because we're just moving along so much slower than the AI is. I think I'm just going to put another Royal Galley into this shuffle. Play the raise, trash the silver. We really just want to get through everything. Trash the other estate. We get to play the Royal Galley. Get to trash a copper here. And next turn as well, or we can trash the raise. We can still get the silvers back into our deck later. That will be all right. But for now, we really just need to get moving and get drawing. But the AI is already so far ahead, I fear we might not be able to catch up actually. But that's okay. We had the Far Warriors draw, so yeah. I'm going to keep the lucky coin around, I think, because this will enable us to have one more money even. Let's trash the silver, get the royal galley, play the poet with it. Now we hit 5 here. We have plus buy a plenty. What we're lacking is the draw still. Think we should just, well, we can now buy seaway, putting it onto either, well, we could even go with the royal galleys. Galleys, we have a few of them. Unfortunately, we did see the, did we see the plaza in these 3 cards? I can't remember. But I'm also afraid of scrolling up too far. We looked at a copper, a royal galley, and a raze. No, I think that the plaza is still in there, so we're good for the village effect. We buy the seaway, going with a royal galley again, getting the consistency in, and the weavers will be able to help us gain more cards. Now, yeah, the AI is moving fast, way too fast, and having double province. Oh, this is looking really bad. At least we get to activate our mapmaker, be able to set up the next turn really nicely. But yes, this is looking really, really bad. But yeah, I don't think there's much we could have done differently. We still lack the draw to really be able to discard the copper here. Let's burn one of those razes to find a good card with our royal galley. I believe the last card should just be a copper, unfortunately. Yes, let's say we don't need these razes anymore. We don't need to trash that much anymore. Just burn them and just maximize our gains and maximize our, yeah, our power to move along. Let's gain another royal galley here. Burn this raise. The last card should be a silver. But we can just, well, we can pick up the map maker because the last 2 cards are, we can pick up the silver as the last 2 cards are just a royal galley and the weaver that we just gained. I was hoping to top deck the map maker there, but it didn't happen. And yeah, since we're in such a pickle, I think the route we need to aim for is not to empty provinces, but to do some bishop stuff to try to come back in some way. I'm really desperate at this point. Yeah, let's regain one of those razes and just hope for the best. This is really not looking good. Yeah, the AI just, especially with good harvest, you get to accumulate money very, very quickly and easily. Here we can discard the copper. I don't think we'll get through this shuffle anyways. Let's get some draw into the deck. Play the royal galley on the weaver, gaining another royal galley. Let's get a victory point by trashing the copper. AI doesn't trash. We'll be able to trash some silvers using our bishop. We can get some more payload in the deck by buying gold, or just gain another bishop. Actually, at this point, I think last turn I forgot about it. We should buy the innovation. But it's not looking good. There's the next province for the AI. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up. Let's see. But we get to innovate the royal galley here. The last card is another royal galley. Let's see what this... Oh, well, we can get to this royal galley first. play it on the mapmaker, pick up plaza and royal galley for the next turn. We discarded the weaver, allowing us to gain another royal galley. Play the plaza. Yeah, we can discard stuff here. Play the royal galley. Let's not play the fool on top of it, because then the royal galley would stay out of the shuffle. We can gain a will-o-wisp either now or next turn, because of the prophecy, because of the twist of the game. But let's gain it now. Will-o-wisp is is a super nice card. We can look at the top 4 cards of our deck, maybe next turn. I don't think it matters much. And we can discard 3 cards to gain a gold, well, now or even next turn. Doesn't matter, I don't think we're going to do it. And now, yeah, we just need to somehow try to get back in points. And yeah, buying a victory card there wasn't the right choice, of course, with the AI having map makers in its hand. This might just be the game losing thing. Yes, but as I said, I'm not really mad about losing this one with the golden sombrero in the beginning. Yeah, with that, the AI will just be able to buy its province. We can play one of our map makers, but 48 victory points, even with all of the good stuff we've now built up, won't really be possible. Oh, I should have actually played the how's it called? The map maker there to discard the weaver that we knew was on top of our deck. But that's okay. We can pick up these. We can, or even receive this gift. We can discard these. Play the weaver to gain. Yeah, it's just mostly important to keep drawing. So let's gain a royal galley, play it, play a map maker, putting these 2 cards in our hand. Okay. We may discard a card now to receive a boon. I don't think there is any boon that could help us enormously, so I'm not going to do, or actually I am going to do that because it's a free discard on our weaver. We can play it for another map maker. We may receive the wind's gift now or next turn. Can discard yet another weaver, gain another weaver. Can play a royal galley on a wisp. We can play a royal galley on a bishop, trashing a fool. Play another royal galley, setting aside a map maker, and yeah, ensuring that we draw also next turn. Play another royal galley. Pick up those 2 cards to play the weaver immediately to gain another weaver. Play the royal galley on the bishop, trashing weaver. Now we have loads of money, but we won't be able to really catch up. Let's just get. I really am out of ideas what to do here. We can get a few golds into our deck that we'll be able to trash to our bishops. We will be able to gain a bishop next turn using the weaver, but the AI just, yeah, ran away there. Unsurprisingly, we've lost this game with the 2 cards in the beginning bottom decking. Don't think there was much chance to come back from that. And also then the other raze missing the shuffle. But let's just replay it and yeah, go through this once again. I think I'll try a poet start here with the raze, just to maybe be able to hit innovation early. That would be super nice. But we don't do that. The silver is somewhere down there. Nonetheless, we got through some of the cards in our shuffle. And yeah, I don't want to really play the lucky coin right now. Can trash a copper here, and gain a weaver here. Our poet and other raze misses. This doesn't start all too well again. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes. We get to trash another copper here or buy innovation. I think just buying innovation is the strongest thing to do here. We could trash this race, but there's a risk that we find only another race and a state or whatever, which wouldn't really do us much. Of course, if we would find the weaver, then, well, that would be nice, but I think I'll just go through here. There should be a raise down there, so if we play the poet immediately, we get to activate the prophecy. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that the AI had already gained the province, but yeah, this is looking tough once again. And I really can't say that there's much that we could have done differently. It's just the way that our draws worked out wasn't the best in my opinion. But yeah, let's try to get drawing. Can gain a royal galley here, play the poet with it, trash one of those razes, use it to trash one of those coppers, gain a map maker, buy a weaver and maybe rebuy one of those razes. Yeah, we can always trash them. And keep on going. Now we play the poet at first, get to set aside a map maker, which is amazing because we get to play those two weavers for free, gaining us another royal galley, which we can play immediately for this on this poet. And we get to pick up maybe even one more weaver. We can trash this race to itself. There is a weaver on top which we can discard, and we can put the silver into our hand. Can play this weaver for another map maker. Play this race, trash a copper. We don't want another silver in our deck right now, I think. And yeah, just play it solid, maybe gain a plaza and another royal galley to get our actions up. And now we should be able to start provincing reliably now, and hopefully even overtake the AI in that. This turn we might have an action problem, given that we have all of those weavers in hand already, especially now drawing the other one. I don't think we want to discard this copper to the plaza. But what we can do is just use this weaver to... We can first do this and use this weaver to gain a plaza, play it immediately, and now we can, I guess, discard a copper. Can play a weaver to gain another royal galley, play a weaver to gain another weaver, play the map maker, unfortunately missed the weaver we just discarded, and yeah, play a raze, trashing a silver to pick up another copper, play the weaver, get another royal galley, trash a copper, and play the final royal galley playing the weaver, gaining, let's say, a bishop for some additional points, and we hit 8, being able to buy the first province. Hopefully the AI doesn't have mapmaker in hand. It doesn't, so yes. Now this is looking alright, but of course the AI is already ahead by quite a bit. Picking up another mapmaker and can discard this weaver. We can gain another one, play a mapmaker that we just drew, and yeah, let's see. Can we come back from this? Can play this plaza. Let's not discard anything. Can play this weaver for another royal galley. Play it immediately, playing a plaza, discarding anything. Play this poet. And we can raise this silver, picking up the bishop, discarding 2 weavers. That's super nice. Let's get some more draw into our deck. I think action-wise we're pretty good right now. And we can play this royal galley, gaining another royal galley. Play this royal galley, gaining another plaza. Play this raze, trashing itself, because now we get to pick up some of the stuff we gained. Yeah, let's set aside another map maker. Okay. And finally, we can weaver for another royal galley. Hopefully pick it up. Yes. Set aside yet another map maker and use the bishop to trash this map maker for 3 victory points. Oh, I'm sorry, the lock was not scrolling. And we hit province again. Yeah, I does have a map maker in hand, unfortunately. But it does have 2 map makers in hand, unfortunately. Yeah, we might need to pick up a lot of payload next turn using our weavers, trying to get more things in. Fortunately, DA cannot double province, leaving us this double province option to get to 29 VP. We then have to gain 4 duchies with that, or make some VP using bishops. Let's see what we can do. I think I just prefer getting some draw into the hand. Get some silvers into the hand. Maybe already gain 2 silvers with this weaver. Play this for a coffers. Play this for a map maker. Let's be safe about our draw. Just picking up these things. I'm going to pick up the province. Well, I could pick up either province or lucky coin for the poet to be able to draw it. Gain another bishop, and now play this poet, play this map maker, and we might actually be short on draw. I didn't fully factor this in. We might need to get another map maker, but we can just use the raze to well, we don't even need to do that. We can first play this royal galley, trashing 1 weaver, play this bishop, trashing another weaver. I don't think we'll have enough money for coming back from this, but we do have some cards set aside that might be nice, and we have top decked a map maker, so we can just buy duchies. Luckily, the AI doesn't have any map makers in hand, and yeah, be at least closer to the AI. I suspect it will be able to buy a province, hopefully not double. Our map maker pays off. We can play this weaver for, let's say, an estate. Does the AI react to its map makers? No. Can play the poet, picking up the silver, play the royal galley. Now we have to play the bishop, and this bishop will allow us to trash a... Let's say we trash the silver, like the duchy would net us no points. So let's say we trash the silver here. We can play plaza, play another plaza, play a mapmaker, picking up these cards, play this weaver for an estate, I think, or for a mapmaker. I'm not sure whether we want to try to finish this turn or whether we want to just try to be ahead in points somehow. I think we do not have the capabilities to finish and be ahead in points. So I'll just try to play solid, gaining another weaver, which we'll not play just yet. Don't know what we might need to do. Can play this map maker, picking up the bishop, playing this weaver. Yeah, let's pick up another poet. Or no, maybe. So royal galleys, map makers, and razes are very low. And I also expect to be able to buy the 3 duchies, right? We have 1, 2, then 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 already in hand, 15 with the bishop. So if we use this to play a royal galley, play this on the map maker. Yes, find the lucky coin here for another 2 money. Play yet another map maker, I think. Oh, we should have picked up this plaza. I wasn't cognizant of our action situation. Oof. Hopefully this doesn't cost me the game here. Yeah, let's play another map maker. Yes, we find a weaver that we can play to gain another map maker. Let's play this royal galley on the race, trashing itself, getting the plaza. We can play this weaver for the map maker, and now we can just, well, essentially draw this last card. We don't need to discard anything. Can play the bishop for 4 points, use this last weaver for an estate, and have more than enough money to either triple duchy or go for the last 2 provinces and an estate. And we've won this game by the skin of our teeth. I'm actually puzzled as to how difficult this felt. I think I really underestimated this this also respect thing with all of the victory points the AI got. It got its early lead, and this seemed kind of scary to overtake. But luckily the AI didn't really build that much. So our excessive building with all of those weavers, royal galleys, and map makers enabled us to come back in the end. But yeah, especially this prophecy in combination with good harvests, enabling you to hit big numbers with relatively little, with a relative little amount of treasures, makes up for very fast scoring. I'm still fairly happy with how we played this kingdom. I think there were some mistakes, like not being all too cognizant of that and um, not gunning for innovation even more, maybe, because innovation is just super, super nice here with the weavers. But yeah, overall, I can say that these prophecies, not the prophecies, the stamps and twists seem like a fun addition to the game. It spices things up, and yeah, I like them. In any case, this has been it. Thanks for watching, and I'll try to catch you next time. Maybe with a new video on all of the campaign stuff. But since the campaign stuff still is pretty unstable for me, I've refrained to make a dedicated video on that so far. Also, I wanted to ask you whether you've noticed the difference in audio quality, because I've gone ahead and bought a mic, and this should be a little cleaner than it was before. Well, thanks for watching. This has been a long recording, and goodbye.